The tension in the agency season 1 episode 10 was undeniable, wasn't it? This episode had everything: unexpected twists, long-awaited confrontations, and just enough suspense to keep you on the edge of your seat. By this point, the stakes are higher than ever. Lives are at risk, trust is hanging by a thread, and the shadow of betrayal looms large. The writing for this episode was razor-sharp, with every moment driving the story to its explosive climax. We pick up where episode 9 left off. Jason, now fully aware of Mia's secret alliance, confronts her in that dimly lit safe house. You could almost feel the air crackle with tension as Jason demanded answers. Mia's eyes darted around the room as if searching for an escape, but there was none. For 9 episodes, Mia has been walking a fine line between loyalty to the agency and her clandestine operations with the syndicate. But in episode 10, the House of Cards finally collapses. What stood out in this scene was not just the heated dialogue but the way their history as partners amplified the emotional stakes. Jason doesn't just feel betrayed, he feels shattered. Mia, too, isn't just defending herself, she's struggling with the weight of her choices. You can almost sympathize with her, even though she's the one who crossed the line. While this confrontation brews, the agency is in full crisis mode. Director Crawford, who has been a picture of control up until now, starts showing cracks in her armor. You can see the weight of leading an organization like the agency taking its toll, especially now that there's a traitor in their midst. When Crawford orders a full lockdown and an internal sweep to find out who's leaking intel, you know things are about to spiral out of control. And let's not forget how she questioned Ethan, the tech specialist, who looked like a deer caught in headlights. The way she cornered him made us wonder, what does Ethan know that we don't? Meanwhile, Marcus, who has been one of the most mysterious characters all season, gets a moment to shine. He's been operating in the shadows, always 2 steps ahead, but episode 10 gives us a rare glimpse into his vulnerabilities. When he meets with an old contact in a quiet cafe, seemingly just another routine exchange, things take a darker turn. The contact warns Marcus about a mole within the syndicate, someone feeding intel to the agency. Marcus's usually calm demeanor shifts, and you can sense his unease. It's a clever bit of storytelling, making us question who's double-crossing whom. Marcus doesn't say much in the scene, but his expressions speak volumes. Who knew so much could be conveyed in just a few lingering looks? Back at the agency, tensions escalate even further as the team uncovers a series of encrypted messages on Mia's laptop. The messages link her directly to syndicate operations. There's no room for denial now. What makes this moment even more gripping is that the team is split on what to do next. Jason, emotionally compromised, wants her brought in immediately. Sarah, on the other hand, argues that they might still need her if they're going to take down the syndicate once and for all. This moral divide among the team feels so real, you can't help but think, what would I do in their shoes? As the episode progresses, the pace ramps up. The syndicate isn't sitting idly by while the agency unravels. In fact, they're playing their hand too, launching an operation to retrieve a stolen dossier from agency headquarters. This leads to one of the most intense sequences in the episode, a high-stakes infiltration that could rival any action blockbuster. The way the syndicate agents move through the building, almost ghost-like, is chilling. You're holding your breath the entire time, wondering if the agency will catch them in the act. Just when you think things couldn't get more chaotic, episode 10 delivers its most jaw-dropping moment. Jason confronts Mia again, this time with the entire team present. He lays out the evidence in excruciating detail, leaving no room for rebuttal. But Mia doesn't crumble. Instead, she flips the script, accusing the agency of being no better than the syndicate. She reveals that her actions weren't just about personal gain, they were about exposing the agency's darker side. The room falls silent. You can see the conflict in everyone's eyes. Is Mia truly a villain, or is she just a whistleblower who went about things the wrong way? The episode doesn't let up there. As the syndicate's infiltration and Mia's trial unfold simultaneously, the tension is unbearable. The editing in these scenes is masterful, cutting back and forth between the two events to heighten the suspense. Just as the syndicate agents are cornered by agency operatives, Mia drops one final bombshell. Director Crawford isn't who she claims to be. She accuses Crawford of manipulating the team, of using them as pawns in a larger game that no one fully understands. And just like that, the power dynamics shift entirely. The final moments of the episode are pure adrenaline. The syndicate agents manage to escape with the dossier, leaving the agency scrambling to pick up the pieces. Jason, reeling from Mia's revelations, storms out, leaving his teammates and viewers wondering what his next move will be. And Crawford, oh Crawford, her icy calm returns, but now it feels more like a mask. As she retreats to her office, she makes a cryptic phone call that raises even more questions. Who is she talking to? What game is she really playing? By the time the credits roll, you're left with so many questions. Is Mia telling the truth, or is this just another manipulation? What's inside the stolen dossier, and how will it impact the agency's future? And most importantly, can the team recover from this fracture, or is this the beginning of the end for them? Episode 10 doesn't just raise the stakes, it flips the entire narrative on its head. It's the kind of storytelling that makes you want to rewatch earlier episodes, searching for clues you might have missed. The Agency Season 1 Episode 10 isn't just another installment, it's the turning point that redefines everything. Every character is pushed to their limits, every alliance is tested, and every secret comes at a cost. It's not just a story about spies and secrets, it's a story about trust, betrayal, and the gray areas that define human relationships. What did you think of Episode 10? Were you shocked by Mia's revelations? Do you think Jason will forgive her, or is this the end of their partnership? And what about Director Crawford? Is she friend or foe? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're as hooked on the agency as we are, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives and discussions.